Hi guys, welcome to your pick a card reading for August 2025. My name is Johanna. Welcome to the channel. We are going to be taking a look at the energy for you for 2025, what might be coming up, what you need to know. So yeah, we have three piles. So we have pile number one here with this moon crystal, this agate crystal. We have pile number two with this heart crystal. And then we have pile number three with this palm stone shungite crystal. So intuitively kind of like pick your pile, the one you feel kind of most called to. If you want to listen to more, feel free. But we are going to be, getting into your August energy. So whenever you're ready, I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile number one. Welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this moon crystal. This is going to be your reading for August. So let's see what's going on for you guys. So we have these three cards here first from the Chinese 5 Elements Oracle, which we're going to go into first, and then we will live pull some more tarot and oracle. So pile one, let's see. We have In Harmony with the Seasons with Earth Rabbit. We also have Water Snake, Access Your Inner Knowing, number 30. The other one was 16. And then we have Earth Dragon, number 5, As Above, So Below. Okay, this is a very like spiritual energy. Being very like in tune with yourself, in tune with the divine, in tune with just what's going on. Like I almost feel like in August, there's this energy of like going with the flow a little bit. Going with the flow. I'm hearing not feeling rushed. There also could be too with this snake energy, this aspect of like transformation. There's also fertility here with the rabbit. It's like things are, I feel like, blossoming. It's interesting because August, we kind of move into September, into the fall, and then it's like you're reaping the harvest in the fall of things, is like traditionally how the season moves. And so there could be a lot of like growing and like stepping stones right now that you're taking, like things that you're building upon, and you're maybe seeing growth, but it's like you haven't maybe got the full end result yet, but there is growth that I feel like you're seeing in August. I feel like it's really important for you this month to trust your intuition, trust your insight, trust what's coming up for you. This As Above, So Below, it's like your spiritual team is rooting for you, but also I feel like there's, I'm getting like as within, so without, which means to me that like what's happening internally, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever, is a reflection of what's happening externally and vice versa. Right? So like your results that you are getting are directly tied to how you're feeling. So I feel like it's really important to also this month focus on, again, your energy, how you're maybe showing up, your mental state, your emotional state, right? Like paying attention to all of those things. The In Harmony portion makes me think of like balance, right? Like you're balanced, you're going with the flow, you're not going against the grain. And like forcing things to happen. So I feel like there's a lot of good energy here. It's like there's not this forcing energy. There's this trusting that things are working out for you. And this is either something you need to allow to happen this month or something that you're already kind of embodying for this month, like naturally. What else here for pile one in the month of August? else here for pile one in the month of August? Okay, I want that card because I can see it. This one stayed flipped. Okay, so you guys got new beginnings with number 1. And then we also got teaching and learning at number 57. Yeah, it's like you could be learning new skills or you're teaching. Like some of you could be starting something teaching wise, and it doesn't have to be like a school teacher. Some of you could be school teachers, but some of you could be like creating a course or creating a program or something to that effect. I feel like, again, it's like what you've been putting effort and energy into. It's like what I was saying with regards to the seasons, right? It's like you've been putting energy and effort into things. It's like you're going to start to see that paying off. A lot of you, I feel like, could also be learning things, being this is like a purple card. It's like you're learning things from a spiritual perspective. You could be maybe really diving into some spiritual topics or reading some books or listening to people on like YouTube or something. Like you could be, I'm almost getting like self-teaching, but like through another person still. It's not like there's nobody. Obviously, like somebody's got to write the book, somebody's got to make the video, but there could be a lot of learning this month. Let's get a little bit more about this here for you guys for the month of August. What does pile one need to know for the month of August? Pile one for the month of August. Ooh, we got the Tower card with over the new beginnings. So some of you might have a sudden new beginning or an unexpected new beginning. Can I get another pile one? What do they need to know for August? Yeah, High Priestess, interesting. Especially with that, like the accessing your inner knowing. So there's your intuition, your spiritual energy right now in the month of August is definitely going to be heightened here. We also have the Fool and this Page of Swords. So I really feel like there's new information, communication. Again, you could be learning something new here. Definitely something new spiritually, and this could be like changing. It's like earth shattering is what I'm hearing. So it's like with this Tower, it's like it could be really shaking things up, shaking up how you kind of like operate, we'll say. There's definitely, I feel like, new information. It's interesting. It's like the Page of Swords, the Fool are looking towards this High Priestess, but also facing this Tower. It's like there's something that I feel like is crumbling. Now we do have this Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so you could be kind of stressed and in your head about this. Let's clarify this Tower for pile one. You also got a lot of major arcana here with the three cards here. Clarify this Tower for pile one in August. We have the Nine of Swords, and then we have the Page of Cups. I feel like you maybe don't know what to do about a situation. It's like you're faced with a new opportunity, though. Five of Swords, there's stress around this. Clarify this High Priestess. I feel like what this High Priestess is also saying is like, you know what to do. Like even the Page of Cups is about our intuition, our dreams, like what we inherently feel connected to or what we want to move towards or what feels good to us. Clarify this High Priestess. We have the Justice and the Knight of Wands here. Yeah, it's like you know what actions to take. You know the right action to take. You know what you want to pursue as well with this Knight of Wands. It's like you're just kind of maybe a little bit afraid to do it. What's this Fool energy? Eight of Pentacles, King of Swords, yeah. I feel like for some of you, this might have to do with like your work or your career, or it's like whatever this is, it changes your day to day. It's going to require some learning with the Eight of Pentacles and King of Swords. Again, it's like, I don't know if you're like stepping into a new career, a new job, like, you know how there's like job training and those sorts of things. It could be something to that. Now, some of you, if you're building your own business or starting your own new thing, you might have to learn like how to set up a website, how to like, you know, those sorts of things. Or you might have to really like be working on like the back end of things. I see you really, I definitely see you taking action this month. Like, you're definitely going to be working hard, focused. You could be trying different things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, like what result it gets you, and trusting yourself and trusting your intuition that like that's the right thing to be doing. That's the right thing to be focused on. But I feel like there is a little bit of like fear or worry of like, maybe even like, what if this tower happens? What if this crumbles, right? Or just even the fear of like starting the new thing. We have 11th house with community. Lean on people around you, your support systems. And we have Chiron with heal. We have Jupiter with abundance at the bottom of the deck. So there could be some wounds that are popping up here. Some fears, some insecurities with this Nine of Swords in the Tower around this big change that you're making. In some ways, I feel like you're, with the original cards, it's like you're meant to, again, trust yourself, go with the flow, go with what feels right for you. Don't try to control everything. Like, definitely put the work and the effort and the intention into what it is that you're doing, but you don't have to. I feel like it's more about keeping your mindset with this King of Swords. It's keeping your mindset on track, keeping your thoughts, your beliefs, like keeping a clear head. And I feel like there's healing around this because this is like kind of scary for you. Maybe it's like having you step out of a comfort zone. And this new path that you're taking, this new chapter that you're starting to work on, again, it's like you're working on it. You haven't maybe seen the results of it. So there's a little bit of like, oh my gosh, is this going to work? Right? I had went through something this like a few months ago of like starting to build my own practice with my osteopathy, and like from a clinical perspective, so more in person. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, because I've never done something like that before. And it's like, are the clients going to show up? Am I going to be supported? Like, are people going to refer to me? And it was like, and then like when I was starting, it was like typically, you know, a slower month out of the year, right? Like just with people on holidays and those sorts of things in the summer, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, is this like gonna, but I was like, hey, I just have to trust, you know, that this feels good. And this is the direction I actually really want to move in. And so it's like, things will start to work out for me. And they totally have. Like, the amount of new clients that I got through referrals and stuff, I wasn't getting that before. And then all of a sudden I start my own and people are like, oh, that's so great. Like, let me send you a bunch of people. So it's interesting how people like show up and support you when you're kind of like, you're in alignment, you know, you're doing what you're meant to be doing. So let's get some more cards around this. What else here for pile one in August? Whatever you're starting though, I feel like you're excited. I feel like you are really like working on the details, the back end of things, like really learning and incorporating, like you're not just learning, but you're also implementing whatever it is that you're doing. Pile one for August. We have reflection, number 32. We have movement, number 26. I love that. I do feel like it's interesting because the Knight of Wands is here. I do feel like you're taking action. We are kind of in like retrograde energy, and so I feel like this might be, you might have to like pivot things. Like, remember how I said like you're trying things and you're seeing what's right, what's wrong, like what's working, what's not working. I feel like that's where it's like there's a pivot happening, or there's maybe pivots. Like you're reflecting on like, is this actually working, these actions that I'm taking? We also have denial, and then we have delight, which is interesting because those are very like opposite energies. Bottom of the deck, we have wisdom. So again, you're learning a lot from this process, whether it feels like it's working or not. I feel like this denial and this delight is like, I feel like you're going to be delightfully surprised at how this works out for you. You could be in denial a little bit of like whether this is going to work. And that comes into that mindset piece that I was talking about before of like trusting the process, trusting that what you're doing is in alignment and that it's good for you and that it's meant for you. It might be a bit of a process. I feel like there's people though that want to support you with 11th house, with community, like friends, family, people in your kind of environment. Allow those people to show up, lean on those people if you feel called to as well, especially if you need support. Some of you with this Justice card could be like, there could be like legal things that you're putting in place, like contracts, things like that. And I feel like, again, like making sure that you have the right people, like, you know, find a lawyer to help you write up the thing. And you know what I mean? Like all those components. So lean into your community with regards to, when you're creating things and when you're supporting things and like when you're doing things, and follow your gut. I feel like that's going to be the biggest piece here of like you feeling like you're moving in the right direction. I also feel like you're going to feel happy and excited about this with this delight card and this denial energy. It's like you're almost in denial that like, I can't believe this is happening, right? Like the denial of like, holy crap, like this is actually moving forward, right? Like things are happening, things are going. So let's get a final message here for you guys for the month of August. I might read this one from the book, but go with the flow this month. Like trust your instincts, trust what you know. Like go with the flow, like go and embrace the season that you're in. Don't try to like have all these crazy results if you're in the building phase, you know, like just be where you are right now and allow yourself to naturally move through the process of it. Final message for pile 1 for August. What do they need to know? Final message. I've been loving this deck. This is the Animal Apothecary. We're going to take that one, which says victory. We also have keep trying at the bottom of the deck. So I really feel like, again, keep going and embrace the season you're in, because you might be feeling like, oh my God, things aren't working, I'm not getting results, but you're not in the season of like money results or like big results, like you're building, right? So maybe your result is like, oh, I finished the website. But we don't always see that as result because, like, again, from a career or a business perspective, like we want to see the money, right? It could be in any part of your life, but I really feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with like what you do day to day. It feels kind of more like what would be work related, or just like your hobbies and how you're structuring your day. It's like you're doing something different. You're doing something new, you know? So we have victory here, number 40, which I love. So let's get the card deck or the book here and see what this card has to say for you. The Falcon. So it says the Falcon heralds victory on the horizon. She dares to accept all challenges. Now you must focus like a falcon on the end goal and discipline yourself to actualize your inner vision. Heck yeah. There's no time for mindless activities. Focus like Focus like a laser on what needs to be done and do it. Something special is waiting to be developed, but it requires your steadfast commitment. What you most desire to may take months or years. Again, it's like you're in this process of building. Go with the seasons. What you desire may take months or years, but do not rush for completion. Timing will play into your favor if you endure the long journey. Falcon's Medicine shares that the key to victory is discipline. Do not lean on motivation to carry you through, because on your journey, motivation will often vanish for a time, and you must discipline yourself to push through no matter what. What you desire is attainable, and what you long to do in this life is yours, but you must work for it. Falcon's Medicine suggests you create a commitment for just 20 minutes a day working towards your goal. Now more than ever is the time you must take steadfast action and have unwavering faith that you will succeed. And that's that mindset piece. Do not give up. Keep going. We actually had that. Keep trying. Yeah, keep going. Right? Something beyond your wildest dreams awaits for you to capture it. Falcon's Medicine is an honor to have chosen in your spread today. It brings the medicine of victory, but remember, it comes through your discipline. So that 800% matches with what the reading was for today. So I hope that reading resonated for you. If it did not, you guys can check out the other piles or just a different reading on my channel. I hope you guys have a wonderful month of August. If you want to join the Soulful Circle, I actually, for the month of August, each month I post a reading for the month as well as a Reiki healing in the Soulful Circle. So if you want to get your hands on that, feel free to join us. It is currently $22 a month to join. No commitment, like you can cancel kind of whenever. And there's the monthly reading as well as 3 weekly readings a week, plus a whole library of different tools and resources that I continually add to that you can use for your growth and your spiritual journey and just in life to get you through. So if that's something that interests you, I would love for you to join us. That is down in the description box. Again, it's called the Soulful Circle membership. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful month. Thank you for being here as always. I appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this message. Supports me, supports the channel, but also supports your fellow people on YouTube who maybe need to hear these messages. So thank you again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this heart crystal. This is going to be your reading for the month of August. So let's take a look and see what's going on for you guys. We have Fire Rabbit, Welcome the Muse. Interesting. I feel like there's going to be a lot of creativity this month. We also have Water Pig, number 60, Being in the Flow. And we have Metal Pig, Partnership and Collaboration. A couple piggies here. Okay, so yeah, I feel like creativity for you, pile 2, is going to be highlighted here in kind of like your personal life. I also feel like there could be, if there's a person in your life, there could be some sparks flying here. A lot of like passion. Rabbits also are fertility, so be mindful of that. But yeah, it's almost like there could be a specific person here. Now, some of you might have like, this might be a creative partnership, right? Or collaboration in that sense. Others of you though, this is like, this could be romantic. We'll see kind of where the cards take us here. Now, being in the flow is, again, this like creative, kind of like feminine, flowy type of energy. So I also feel like it's like, just see where this takes you. Don't try to rush. Especially creatively, right? Like if you're working on anything or even in a relationship, like allow it to flourish naturally, you know? You don't have to force the situation. You don't have to know what's going to happen, you know, as much as we really want to. Let's see what else is going on here for pile 2 in August. Pile 2 for August. What is needed to know? We have number 22 with Intuition. that? We have creativity, number 3. That is so funny. I really feel like, yeah, your creativity, especially if you do anything creative. Now, this could be like creative hobbies, you know, but I feel like you might have a lot of ideas or like inspiration to go do certain things to, it's funny, this was actually at the bottom of the deck for pile 1. So it's like you're putting a lot of effort and intention into the things that you do. I kind of want to get these cards next. I feel like though, again, this intuition and this being in the flow, it's like trust the where things are wanting to go. What else for pile 2 in August? We have digest with Virgo. Interesting because we'll have Virgo season happening kind of at the end of August. Well, the 20th-ish. What else here for pile 2 in August? So Virgo season could be significant, like those later days of August. We also have Moon with perception, and we have Juno with partnership. Very interesting. So there's definitely partnership coming in this month, like creatively, or you could be collaborating with people as well. Like you don't necessarily have to be like in a committed like thing with somebody, but some of you definitely could have love coming in for sure. Again, this moon is like your intuition. It says perception on it, but it's like how you're perceiving life, how you're perceiving just anything. And again, there's this feminine energy here, which is like this creativity that really wants to come through for you guys this month. So allow that to come through. Some of you could be very easily focused on like all the details of things with this Virgo energy, like really trying to like pinpoint like what's happening, when's it happening, like how is this working, right? Like kind of that structure and that organization that Virgos love. But, and maybe you are a Virgo, but I feel like you need to allow yourself time to digest what's really going on. You might also need time to digest your intuitive, creative nudges that are kind of coming up for you as well. Some of you definitely have like a creative partnership though coming through. Now, again, the other thing too is like from a fertility perspective, like be mindful of that this month. If this is a love relationship, maybe some of you want that. That's okay too. What else here for pile 2 in the month of August? What do they need to know? We have the Emperor. It's too many. Let's get, oops. Look at that, the Lovers. Yeah, some of you definitely have partnership, collaboration. 7 of Swords. Let's get one more here. 10 of Cups. Okay. So Emperor, Lover, 7 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. What is this 7 of Swords here? Pile 2. We have the Moon and the Tower. Interesting. The Moon energy is coming up twice here. We do have the Hermit card, which is more Virgo energy at the bottom of the deck. Some of you definitely could have Virgo in your chart or this Virgo season. There could be something about the new or full moon. I don't know when the new moon is. We already had the new moon in Leo. But that means that the new moon in Virgo could actually be in August, kind of like near the end. Yeah, there might be something with this new moon. I feel like for some of you, okay, there's definitely a partnership collaboration. I feel like there's an end goal with this 10 of Cups. Like there's this focus of what's next, where are we going? There's also this sense of like authority. Now this could be somebody else, like this could be the other person in the partnership, because I'm almost seeing you in this more creative, flowy type of energy, this more kind of like feminine energy. But that doesn't mean, I mean, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, but there definitely could be, I could see this kind of going either way. Some of you have a creative goal, right, with 10 of Cups, a vision for what you see something having the potential to be. Some of you might have to choose this month whether you're going to align with a partnership or whether you're going to collaborate with somebody. So again, this partnership could be coming in the month of August. If it's already in the works, it's like you're going to kind of like finalize it, I feel. But there is like this reflection around, again, having to figure out, like digesting things like, what do I really want to do? What's my intuition telling me? Right? How am I feeling about the situation? I feel like with this 7 of Swords, and then we have the Moon in the Tower, you might have some fears. Yeah, you might have like some fears come to the surface that you've been avoiding with the 7 of Swords. Like 7 of Swords could be like you're avoiding something in the situation, or there's avoidance as a whole. So like, and you could be kind of keeping this to yourself. 7 of Swords is a card of like, it can be sneaky energy, but sometimes it's more of like, it's strategic. Like you're withholding because from a strategy perspective, or you're withholding because you're just trying to like kind of detach, or you're still trying to have a victory, so you don't want something to get in your way. But it's almost like something might come up this month that you have to face when it comes to your fears, illusions even around something. Clarify this Moon card. What is this fear, this illusion for pile 2? We have the 7 of Wands and the Knight of Cups clarifying this Moon card. It's almost like what you've been resisting. You could be avoiding your feelings around a situation, what you really want to move forward with, but it's like you could be blocking it. Again, this could be working with a person, what you really want to create as well, or like the creation process. Like sometimes creatively we hold ourselves back because we're afraid of being seen for that, or we're afraid of what people might think of our creative abilities or what we do create, right? So there could be almost like a fear of maybe putting yourself out there if this is something creative. If this is a relationship, this is like a fear of vulnerability, like a fear of connecting, a fear of things moving forward emotionally. Now this could be you or the other person. But I really feel like there's this like sense of alignment that's trying to come through. Clarify this Lovers for pile 2. Yeah, 8 of Swords and the Magician. It's like you're afraid of, I feel like it's the masculine energy has a fear. And so it's kind of like slowing the process down a little bit. There's this like guarding of the heart, guarding of emotions. And I feel like that might become like kind of unleashed here at some point with the Tower. Like there might be some exposure or Tower moment because of this, like something comes to light, like something forces the other person. Now I don't feel like it's like, I feel like if there's anything hidden, it's how someone feels. creatively, again, it's like you could be afraid of your power. You could be afraid of, like, again, being in the spotlight, your creativity, like almost like afraid of your creativity in the sense of like feeling like it's vulnerable, right? It's vulnerable to put yourself out there creatively. There's a lot of times people create from the heart. What is this 10 of Cups here? Clarify this 10 of Cups for pile 2. We have the Star, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the 7 of Cups. So there is some like healing here. This is the Page of Wands, right? Yeah. There's healing that's happening here that needs to happen in order to reach this 10 of Cups, or to reach the full dream, the full vision, you know, the happily ever after, the what you want out of a relationship, what you want out of your creative things to come to life here. There's also a need to just kind of like start. Page of Wands. There may also need to be communication around the emotions, the confusion, the overwhelm, what's being felt. Again, I feel like some of you are keeping a lot of things like inside, or the other person is. There's a need to kind of like express that and let that out in some way, shape, or form here this month. What else is coming through here for pile 2 in August? Whoa. Okay, so the first card that came out was Presence, number 30. Then we had Hope, number 22. And then we have Openness, number 27. Yeah, there's a need to be open. Expression needs to happen here. Again, whether that's creatively or within a partnership. Again, I feel like regardless, you're working together with people, or sharing even maybe this with people, but there's courage that needs to be had here in order for you to fully step into either this relationship or what you're meant to be doing. Also, like allowing yourself to be present. Like, don't get so caught up in the anxiety of things, the fear, the worries, right? Just be open to what's possible. And with the hope here, like have hope, have faith in what's possible for yourself and what's possible for this relationship or this situation or this creative idea here. So let's get a final card here for you. Pile 2. We have Tame and Attain. So let's see, this is a new deck. This is the Animal Apothecary. So it's number 28. So let's see what the deck has to say. So when a horse is tamed for riding, she endures countless weeks of intense training. If the trainer is patient, perseverant, and trustworthy, the horse eventually submits. The horse is controlled through the horse bit that rests in her mouth. When the rider pulls the connected reins, the horse will follow. The horse bit in this image represents directed power. Wild horse is freedom. Sorry, my dogs were being crazy. Wild horse is freedom, stamina, unbridled passions, and primal urges. She symbolizes the untamed and powerful impulses within us all. These impulses look like our intense outbursts, obsessive thinking, binging, recklessness, avoidance, and all wild expressions. All of these impulses hold immense power, but often this energy is directed very poorly. The human that tames and rides the horse represents our higher self directing our personal power. Your willpower will be tested, so you must strengthen it. Sacrifice is required. Horse's medicine asks you to start with small things to build your willpower muscle. Stop yourself from saying a hurtful thing about someone, resisting entire eating a bag of chips, watch something uplifting instead of some garbage TV. You may feel resentful of the restrictions at first, but you will lead to an expansion of extraordinary capabilities. With dedication, the ego will soften and align with your willpower. Once you have given adequate time to building your willpower, it will become a superior force. Horse's medicine requests you tame your inner appetites to become the person you are meant to be. This is horsepower. So this, I feel like, has to deal with like what is going to come to the surface around what you're maybe avoiding, or the overthinking, or the emotions and the things that are being felt. It also could be like how you're dealing with these things that you're trying to hide or avoid. Like, again, do you like, what are your coping skills? What are your coping mechanisms, essentially? I feel like there's like emotions or feelings that need to be expressed in order for you to seek this next level, this 10 of Cups, this where you actually want to go with things, where you want to be. And there might be a little bit of confusion and not really knowing what to do or how to handle this. And I feel like seeking out support is going to be super supportive and helpful for you. Even if it's someone to just talk to or communicate with about how you're feeling or what's coming up for you, I feel like that's going to be very healing and supportive for you. So find those groups, find those people. Again, maybe it's a person in your life who you just need to talk to about this, right? Of what's coming up for you and where you're feeling blocked and stuck. Because I feel like something's going to be shaken loose here with regards to what you've been hiding, what you've been avoiding, and how you're maybe showing up because of that, right? And, the bad habits, the coping mechanisms, are ways of being, right? All of that could be kind of coming to the surface here for you this month when it comes to either something creatively or within relationships specifically. This could be a creative project, it could be a business idea, it could be anything creatively, but I feel like there's something specifically that you're kind of like working through and something you want to achieve and something you want to have. But in order to have that, there's going to be something that gets kind of shaken up for you here that comes into your awareness and you're like, oh, I got to deal with this, right? So hopefully that resonates for you guys. Don't give up hope. I totally feel like you can absolutely reach what you're trying to reach. I think it's just a matter of you're just reaching a deeper layer of this process. So that is what I have, you guys. Hopefully that resonates for you. If you do want more support or you do want more readings or anything like that from me, I do have the Soulful Circle, which is my membership. I incorporate tarot and Reiki into that. So I actually am releasing an August reading as well as a Reiki healing for August. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to check that out, as well as there'll be 3 readings a week and a whole library of resources you can start to go through and use to support you while you're creating change in your life. But yeah, that information is down below. So otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here, watching, liking, subscribing. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe, share this with people. Helps me, helps the channel, and, helps other people find these messages who are maybe going through some challenges as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful month of August, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this Shungite Palm Crystal. This is going to be your reading for the month of August. So take what resonates, obviously, leave the rest. But let's see. So we have number 13 with Fire Rat. It says light and shadow. Let's see what that's about. We also have 38. Metal Ox, experience the greatest love. And then we have number 17, Metal Dragon, waking the warrior within. Ooh, I really feel like this is self-love. This is like maybe some of you could be going through like, it's like embracing all aspects of yourself is actually kind of what I'm getting with this light and shadow. It's like the good and the bad, right? We don't always love our shadow side. That's essentially what shadow work is. It's like healing and loving the parts. That's essentially what it is. You're healing by loving the parts of yourself that maybe you don't love, or that where there's shame or where there's embarrassment or the feeling we're not good enough, those sorts of things, right? Like that's essentially shadow work, is like healing the parts of you that that you don't love. And I feel like that's the greatest love of all, is loving yourself, right? It's greatly underrated, I would say. And I feel like this is really going to make you powerful. It's really going to make you bold. It's really going to make you feel so good. So I feel like this month in August, you're really starting to step into your power, embrace all aspects of yourself, no longer hide yourself as much as maybe you have been. And it doesn't mean you're totally fixed. It doesn't mean you're perfect. It just means like you're feeling empowered. You're feeling good. You're feeling excited about just life. And yeah, it's like there's this energy behind what you do. We have number 99 coming through with compassion. I feel like this is like, again, compassion for yourself. What else here for pile 3 in August? Creativity. Same spot as pile 2. Theirs was a different message though. We also have spiritual career coming through. I actually saw this in the shuffle when I was shuffling before. I think some of you, because you're in your power, because you're in your own essence, it's like you're going to become more creative because of that. That's what I'm almost feeling. Like the creativity is going to be like oozing out of you. And it's because you are loving yourself, because you are showing up for yourself. Some of you could have a spiritual career, or you could be embracing spirituality into what you do. I'm also getting this could also be your spiritual practices as well, like the things that you incorporate, throughout your day, week, that might be more of a spiritual routine or ritual or something to that effect. We have nurture with Ceres, number 29. So this month I really feel like focusing on self-care, self-love, ways to show up for yourself, right? Each week, make sure you are giving yourself time to do the things you want to do, need to do. I'm also getting for some of you this is showing up in like your health and again, your routines and the things that you do. What else here for pile 3 in August? Pile 3 in August. We have Virgo with digest. And we have South Node with past. Yeah, I feel like you're healing things from your past. You could also be reflecting a lot this month on how far you've come. There's definitely things around your routine, I feel like, this month. I don't know why that's coming through. The Virgo energy is coming through strong here again. There seems to be like this, it's like how you're showing up, and it's showing up from a place of self-love, compassion. I feel like this is helping you maintain a sense of balance with this light and shadow. Like there's balance between those two energies. And I feel like you're just really tackling things this month. Like you might feel very energetic, very empowered, very excited, and like ready to take on anything that kind of comes at you. Like I'm just kind of getting this like really like amped up kind of energy. So I don't know if, I don't know what this is like with regards to, but let's see if the tarot, if that kind of pulls some messages out here. So what's going on for pile 3 in the month of August? What do they need to know about for the month of August here? What is going on? We have Ace of Cups. What else here for... Some of you, I feel like if you're looking for love, I feel like there's the potential to have it. And I feel like it's because you were in this place of self-love, like because you're loving yourself, it's able to come towards you. So with the Chariot, we have the Two of Wands. Let's get one more here for August for pile 3. And then we have the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So there's new starts. But I'm getting that from your energy. It's like you're ready to just go for things. So some of you could be starting, again, new businesses, right? New career paths, new, interesting. We have spiritual career, and then behind that we have love partnerships. So some of you could definitely be getting into maybe a new relationship, dating, meeting new people, right? But there's like this energy with the Two of Wands around like, what's next? Where are we going? Where are we? Yes, obviously we're taking action here with the Chariot. Some of you could be traveling this month as well, like a road trip I'm getting. I literally feel like it would be like a road trip, like you've got your map out. And even with this Page of Swords, it's like you're exploring, you're investigating kind of like where to go, what to do. You could be also too, like even if you go to a different country, you could still be traveling around with a map and be like, I want to go see this, I want to go see that, and like kind of planning out and exploring different places and learning about different things, learning about different cultures, whatever. I feel like there's this empowerment. Chariot is a card of taking action. It's also a card of victory and success. She even looks very powerful and almost like a bit of a warrior here, right? So you're feeling very confident. You're feeling very sure of yourself. You're feeling very motivated, excited, ambitious, and definitely taking action on the things that are important to you, the things that are filling your cup, the things that are exciting and fulfilling for you as a whole. But you're also starting from this place. And that's why taking action from that place, it's going to make you so much more impactful. I feel like with where you're going or where you want to go, there is still a little bit more of like learning or exploration into like what it is that you really want to do. Like there could be, even if some of you are looking at moving, you're still trying to figure out like where to move. Some of you, even if you're not going on a trip, you might be planning the trip. But there's like this planning, this preparation, but there is ambitious action. Like you're determined to succeed here this month. And again, with this Ace of Pentacles, like you're planting seeds. You're not afraid to commit yourself to what you want. Clarify this Page of Swords here for pile 3 in August. What is this Page of Swords? You're definitely like coming up with ideas. We have the Death card, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Swords. Interesting. So there's transition here, slow transition. What's at the bottom? Oh yeah, we got the Devil card. So some of you could be looking at letting go of old habits, especially if you're looking at like leveling up, you know, your life, enhancing your life. This could be, I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, like, because it's another Virgo card. So it's like your routine. It could be your health, your diet, anything to that effect. I feel like whatever's been draining you, whatever's been hurting you, that you've been doing, you could be learning about that. And understanding maybe like what you're doing wrong. Like, so let's say you're like low on energy and you're like, why am I so tired all the time? You know, you could be researching, looking into that and be like, oh, okay, well, like my diet's maybe not the best, or my sleep, maybe I need to figure out how to sleep better, or maybe I'm trying to work on my stress levels, right? So it's like, I feel like there's something here personally that you're kind of investigating and looking at, like how can you improve your life? How can you, and it's a big change for you, because I feel like this is like possibly a deep-rooted pattern, a deep-rooted habit that you maybe have, coping mechanism, coping skill, right? That you've developed that you're realizing maybe is very unhealthy or not supportive for you. Some of you are also planning your, I want to say planning your escape, like you're planning leaving something behind that could be maybe even your day-to-day job, but it's like you're not getting anywhere with it. I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, and you realize that, but you have to now create a plan of like, how do we transition out of this? How do we make this big change in our life? Maybe it's like a toxic work environment. And again, it's because you're loving yourself, you're making these choices from an empowered place. Clarify the Chariot here for pile 3. Let's see what you're taking action towards. What's this Chariot here? What is this Chariot for pile 3 in August? Yeah, 8 of Cups. You're definitely looking at making transitions. I really just feel like you're in this space where you're like, I am not staying anywhere that does not feel good, is not supporting me in any way, shape, or form, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. And you're like, I gotta make a plan. I gotta get out of this because I love myself and I'm not about ready to sit in this. So I feel like for some of you, you might have really started with like, okay, I need to love myself. I need to give myself time. I need to, you know, nurture myself. I need to like do the breath work. I need to go on walks. I need to allow myself to nap in the middle of a day. I need to give myself time, stop working all the time, those sorts of things. You did all the initial like beginning, like decompression, making space for yourself. And now you're realizing there's bigger things that are out of alignment. There's bigger things that you need to, like maybe it's that relationship that you realize is no good and not supportive. Maybe it's that job that's no good and not supportive. And you have compassion for yourself, have compassion for the people involved in the situation, but also know when to walk away, right? Like it's knowing when it's knowing what's for you and what's not for you. And I really feel like you're in this place now where you're ready to make like big life transitions because you're moving into this place of like, I deserve better, I deserve more. And it's coming from a place of self-love and empowerment, not ego. What is this 2 of Wands? Clarify this 2 of Wands. We have the 5 of Wands, which is interesting because they literally actually all look like they're fighting. And then we have this Strength card. Clarify this 5 of Wands. The Magician. Okay. Some of you, I feel like this is like an internal, we'll say, battle with regards to, you're struggling a little bit maybe with like, it's because you're still stepping into your power, you're learning how to do that. I feel like you kind of maybe go a little bit back and forth. So in order to plan and prepare, like there might be a little bit of like internal struggle of like, I know I need to move out of this. I know I need to transition. I know I deserve more, but then also struggling with like, well, maybe I should just stay here. Or maybe this is just safe, or maybe this is like where I'm supposed to be. So I feel like there could be a little bit of internal, like you're having to really be strong and tame this internal struggle within you to really step into your like your power and your authenticity and to continue to move forward. And so there might be a little bit of, again, there's like planning, or while you're planning, these things kind of come up and you're having to be like, no, we're not going back to that. This also reminds me of like when you're planning and preparing, like let's say you're trying to eat better. You're planning your meals, you're prepping your meals, you're like figuring out your macros and your calories and whatever else, your workout routine. And you have to resist this internal drama that's like, oh, just one piece of chocolate, just one piece of whatever, right? And so it's like you're having to be strong in like your sense of will and your sense of willpower to keep going. So you are going to experience, like, as much as you're empowered and you're coming from this really powerful place, there are going to be moments where you question or you just want to revert back to what you've been doing. And that's normal. It's part of the process, unfortunately. So let's see what else here for pile 3 in, I want to say April, but August. So the first card we have is Indecision, number 23. Then we had Grief come out, number 20. And then we have Forgiveness. Interesting. I feel like you're grieving your old life. And you could be I feel like you're at a crossroads of like choosing your old life or choosing the new life. And I really feel like you are very excited about the new life. It's like you're just in this like, you're in this transition period, I feel like. And you might find yourself going kind of back and forth, like in new patterns and new habits and back in old patterns and habits. And that's enough. Again, that's fine. That's normal. Eventually though, it should lead slowly into more and more good habits. We're always going to have moments, we're always going to have times, but it's like you're grieving the way things used to be. grieving the old life, letting go of the old you, and forgiving yourself or needing to forgive yourself for how you have been, how you've shown up. We do also have hesitation at the bottom of the deck, number 21. So you might be finding that, like, again, there's this internal dialogue, this internal struggle that you're kind of battling with, and it might at times maybe feel like it slows you down, but don't let it, you don't have to be perfect. So don't give up on what you're trying to do or what you're trying to create for yourself. It's just a process. And we have to remember, like, because like when we get into these states, and I know I've been this way, it's like you get so excited, you're like, yeah, I'm so empowered, I'm so excited, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I feel so good, and like, screw the old me, like I'm gonna go do this, right? And I'm like gonna be so empowered, I'm gonna eat well, I'm gonna move my body, I'm gonna like make this business so successful and whatever, right? Like you can go so many different directions. And then at the same time, like the next day, we could totally be like, what am I doing? This sucks. Like you can go from like a really big high to a really big low. And again, that's normal. And it's about going through that process, feeling those emotions and those things that are coming up, and knowing that if you make a decision that you don't agree with, or that like you go back to like old habits, it doesn't kill your progress. You can make a new decision the next day and just forgive yourself for the backtracking that you might do. It's a process. You have to learn. You have to move through the energies, and it's not about being perfect. It's just about staying kind of consistent with the journey in itself. So let's get a final message for you. We have opportunity and we have quantum jump. I love this. I feel like you have a really big opportunity here, pile 3, to like change your life this month, or really get on the path to changing your life. At the bottom of the deck, we have you are more, right? Like you're worthy of this. I kind of want to read both, but I'm going to read opportunity to start. It's number 16. It's the woodpecker. It says the woodpecker is the only creature in the world that bangs its head against something 12,000 times a day. When woodpecker knocks on your card spread, it's a sign of resilience. Like woodpecker, you must be determined and persevere. That's what I was kind of talking about here. If there seems to be an obstacle in your way, this is the beautiful confirmation to keep going, because nothing can stop you. No one and nothing can take you down. In the card image, woodpecker is knocking on a red door of opportunity. This mysterious door is easily looked past, even though it's right in front of your face. However, it holds the emblem of the bee and shares this message. There is an approaching opportunity in alignment with stepping into a more expansive version of yourself and fulfilling yet another part of your purpose. Opportunity is approaching. You must be increasingly aware. Now is the time to raise your head like woodpecker and persevere. Nothing can break you. The red door of opportunity has finally bestowed its grace upon you. You are so close. There is a cascade of red doors lined up, waiting for you. Once you enter through this door, you will be led to another. This is your moment. This is what you have been waiting for. But you must first take action and knock. These opportunities may come in the form of small requests you would ordinarily say no to. Any one of those seemingly small or arbitrary opportunities could be a doorway to something monumental, to fulfilling your purpose. It is your choice whether to knock on this door. Woodpecker's medicine suggests you choose to knock. And then we have quantum jump, number 36. So I love that. I just feel like these decisions could quantum jump, like quantum leap you, you know? Grasshopper with quantum jump. So in physics, it is understood that quantum particles break down to the smallest particles that create the fabric of reality. A quantum particle is every version of itself at once, yet when the particle is observed, it becomes the version of itself that is reacting to the observer's unconsciousness. This also applies to humans in the layman's terms. We are every version of ourselves, but our consciousness dictates what version of ourselves we choose to be. I love that. Grasshopper medicine jumps into your cards today and asks you to quantum jump into the highest version of yourself. You do this by assuming the identity and emotion of the self you want to be. It is in you to be the most fantastic version of you. You just need to jump into it. Stand up straight, fix your posture, wake up early to Pray, meditate, and move. Eat foods with the most amazing version of yourself would eat. Dress the way the highest version of yourself dresses. Work like the version of you that you respect. Treat people the way your highest version of yourself treats people. Take action towards the goals in the same way of the version of you who is making the big wins would take. Start loving yourself the way the version of you who is in love with themselves would treat themselves. This card says you can no longer identify with being a victim to your circumstances, and that's why I feel like this energy is. You are powerful and you create your own reality. Grasshopper medicine asks you to choose to be the version of yourself that feels the most fulfilling right now. What you've been chasing this entire time is within you. Jump into the you that actualizes their potential. If those two cards don't sum up this reading so perfectly, that's why I love this deck. I'm going to leave that there because I feel like that's perfect. So I hope you guys enjoyed this message. Hopefully that resonates for you. I'm so excited actually for you, Pile 3, for what this month could mean for you. So I'm really excited to kind of let me know what you feel like in the comments and what's coming up for you while listening to this. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, as always, for being here. If you guys want more support, I did do a tarot reading and Reiki healing for the month of August in the Soulful Circle tarot group or Soulful Circle community, my membership. And yeah, it's $22 a month. You get a monthly reading and Reiki activation, as well as a library of tools, and you get 3 readings a week from me. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to check that out down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you enjoy these messages, share them. Helps me, helps the channel, and helps other people hear these messages who maybe need to hear them. So I hope you guys have a wonderful month of August, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.